broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
For the first time in 12 years, the Beast graced us with his presence on SmackDown, and we're here to talk about it live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page. Liking, subscribing, listening on iTunes and SoundCloud, giving those 5 stars. Tell your friends, we gotta talk SmackDown and Fastlane. Welcome everybody, I'm Christian Rosenberg. The Twitter, @Rosenberg, the Instagram, @TheRosenberg, the t-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Gang's all back this week. First off, @CritterJerks, it's Scott Narver.
I love that music so much. It's such a Pavlovian response.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Of just pure adrenaline and excitement. That first twang.
There's
12 years we had to wait for it on this show.
There's
12!
And we were here all 12 years waiting for that moment.
Mm-hmm. Waiting to be called up to the big roster.
But yeah, there are some wrestlers where the music is just perfect for them, and this is clearly one of them.
Could use some rap lyrics though, I think.
Agreed.
Well, it's a little more hard rock for rap lyrics. I don't know.
I think you're capable. Is what
I'm clearly capable. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about that. But before we talk about that, let's introduce the lovely lady next to you. At Chris Reports, it's Christy Olsen.
I don't have any fancy.
Whoa, what happened to your voice just now?
It's a good
Pardon me,
rock impression.
Well, I don't
guess
have
so.
any fancy 4-syllable words planned for my intro, so I'll just say hi instead of Pavlovian, whatever you said.
Pavlovian. He rings the bell so the dog salivates.
He's a scientist.
I'm not very smart.
Pavlov.
That's all I know. That's it. Photosynthesis? I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, good, because I'm an expert in that area.
This is why we're on this side for photosynthesis and Pavlovian responses.
I would tell people in high school that the only vocabulary word I knew that was more than 7 letters long was vocabulary.
Oh, that's a cute one.
Isn't it?
I bet your teachers love that.
They failed me.
Oh.
Thank you. I will be here all week. I'm just here today and then like next week or something like that.
Well, you have a boot on your car, so that's why you're here.
Oh, that's why. Guys, go home show before Fastlane. We're definitely on that road to WrestleMania. I thought overall they built up all the matches for Fastlane tonight. I thought they did a good job building it up. Some matches were a little on the shorter side tonight, but I thought they really enhanced everything, minus really with the exception of the 6-man tag where we just got a recap for it. But otherwise, I thought it was overall a solid SmackDown, even without our boy, our buddy, our boo, whatever we want to call him, Mauro Ranallo. I guess he was under the weather, and we have Michael Cole this week.
Yeah, there was some controversy as to whether he was attending a funeral or he was sick or what it is, but he claims on his Twitter that he is out with the flu. Yeah, sounds pretty bad.
He should be back next week.
Get well soon.
Yeah. Please.
You set a precedence of excellence.
But this is the type of thing where, a lot of people don't like to give Michael Cole credit, but you got to give him credit on this. When was the last time Michael Cole was out for a Raw? Can anyone remember?
Yes.
When?
The night after WrestleMania last year.
He was out? He wasn't there?
Yeah, because Brock Lesnar F5'd him.
Well, okay, but he was there at the start of the show.
Yeah, and then he couldn't maintain and keep it up. I got F5'd. I can't talk anymore.
You know what, Scott? Let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
When was the last time Michael Cole was out sick?
I don't know, but it was a good day.
Aww.
That's awful.
Well, then I hope Mauro didn't cough on him or something. He'll be out next week.
Yeah, right.
That's how he's going to get on Raw.
Yes, that's how Mauro's going to get on Raw.
He coughed all over the sea. Michael Cole got sick.
Yes.
Mauro gets better.
seat?
He's on Raw.
He's transplanting it through his butt?
Well, like he maybe wasn't feeling well after last week's. He got up and then decided to cough all over it. And of course, they keep that single sole seat and don't touch it at all for that whole week.
Right.
Not the headsets.
Not that, no.
Not something that gets on the face.
No, just
He's
the
going to
seat.
cough on the butt of the seat.
Yes. Those armrests are killer.
All right.
You heard it here, folks.
Don't question me.
I'm not an announcer like you are.
I know, this is very important.
Clearly, you guys wear pajamas with trap doors that are just open and you can catch disease.
I always need to make sure my seat is sanitized before I sit in it.
Yeah.
Because of people like Mauro. I'm onto your game. Don't tell him that. I love him. But we start off with 6-man tag action on SmackDown. League of Nations. Remember them? Versus,
Oh, yeah, those guys.
versus Dolph Ziggler and Lucha Dragons. Kevin Owens is on commentary. I love there was a point where Dolph was making a comeback and he did like a little air guitar motion in his comeback. And Kevin Owens said he stole that from Eva Marie.
I love what they can get away with on SmackDown. Saying stuff like that.
Christy, you wanted Eva Marie to take place at Fastlane because she's on the flyer. There you go. This is what you got.
Apparently, Dolph wants her there too. He's talking her up.
They'd be a good duo.
They would be a fabulous duo. I like that idea. Let's make it happen.
Wait, what's that face? Like, they're both beautiful, and they've got that sense to them where it's just like, ooh, you know.
She still can't talk.
She's getting better all the time.
Is she?
Yes, she really is.
Are you sure?
She's trying.
I know she's trying.
She's trying. And
No, I'm giving the A for effort. A- for effort. But
I think her and Nia Jax are a good pair.
I do like her with Nia. I do. But as far as this match goes, pretty much it was the League of Nations beating up Sin Cara. Then Ziggler beat up all 3 members of the League of Nations, minus Barrett, who is still the most inactive superstar in history. And eventually Kevin Owens pops up on the apron and distracts Ziggler. He turns into a bro kick. Sheamus gets the win for the League of Nations. And Del Rio gets momentum headed into his 2 out of 3 falls kickoff match with Kalisto for the U.S. title.
His dream come true.
Remember when the U.S. title main evented Raws and was like the arguably top match on pay-per-views with huge storyline build-ups to it? Now it's a kickoff match. And this is like in a matter of like 3 months.
It went out with Daniel Bryan.
I went out with John Cena.
It went out with John Cena.
I was like, Daniel Bryan. It was not Daniel Bryan. Other stuff went out with Daniel Bryan.
Well, I mean, I guess that's, you're saying that Eva Marie can't talk, and so, that puts her lower on the scale of things. Kalisto, it's not that he can't talk, it's just matter of fact, and there's not a lot of pizzazz to him.
True.
So maybe that's kind of what's holding them back in that regard.
Then why would they put the title on him in the first place?
You got to try.
They got action figures and masks to sell at Rosenberg.
Well, yeah, but they can still have
Kalisto has medical bills, damn it.
He does. I'm sure. Well, he probably would have more than I do. Well, it's a matter of they still have the merchandise still, and they could still use him heavily in feuds and things like that. Doesn't mean he has to have a title, or he could be chasing a title.
Well, the kickoff's not so much of a. I don't know. It's not a low spot as it was deemed before, because if you're watching the network, it's all there. You're watching straight through live, and so you'd see it beforehand. So, just an extra match that's tied to the show.
Yeah, it was on the pay-per-view, and then they got... I hate using the word demoted, but technically, if you go from the pay-per-view to the kickoff, it is a demotion.
Maybe some of the people see it as like the premiere of Fastlane. It's like the special first event when everyone's the most excited. I mean, it kind of depends on how you look at it. You can take it as
People
a
are
compliment.
still taking their seats during that match.
That have been coughed
Well, now
on by
that's a good
Mauro
point.
Ranallo.
Yes, and he coughed on all of them.
But all the people at home have not started drinking heavily yet, so they're totally there.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair. But yeah, so, and again, you have the League of Nations. Remember, like the most powerful group in the WWE. only one member is competing at this pay-per-view, and it's in the kickoff match.
Well, one of them just figured out how to take his shirt off this show. That he's been wearing down at ringside every week. So, he's not ready yet.
No.
And he's lost his crown. So, he's got some stuff he's dealing with.
I mean, baggage trouble. I mean, have you been to the Ontario airport?
No.
Me neither, but I just thought it was kind of funny.
You work there?
No. But yeah, so League of Nations got the win there. And then we went from start of the show, 6-man tag team match, and then we went immediately into Divas action. Tamina versus Sasha Banks. Fun match, very short. Mm-hmm. Very short match, but fun. Tamina looking great. Sasha came back. I loved the finish where Sasha hit the bulldog and then held onto the head and just cranked it up into the bank statement. Got the win via submission. And then after the match, Naomi came in. Christy, what was Naomi wearing tonight exactly? I'm not quite sure how to describe it.
Those would be lime green bandana printed leggings. Is that what we're focused on? The leggings?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. It was bright.
It was bright. It was almost as bright as her shoes.
True, they didn't match.
No. But
they didn't match.
They start matching, and they must change with like a kid, like if you stomp them really hard or something. Where every time she starts moving,
shoes change colors. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time she starts moving, one becomes the wrong color, and she looks a bit of a hot mess, but still a hot one.
So her pants should do that too, is what you're saying.
Oh, that would be so cool.
If her entire outfit just kept changing
because that's what we need, is for Naomi's body to be even more distracting, and I mean in the best way possible.
She's got a nice body. There's no doubt about that.
Speaking of changing color, look at your face.
It's hot in here.
You are blushing.
It's hot in here.
Uh-huh.
Guys.
She's a married woman.
I know.
Oh, the old Jericho snap.
Yes. He invented it, I guess. He invents everything.
Yep, he did.
I didn't steal it. He invented it. After the match, Heyman and Tamina beat down Sasha until Becky came out and make the save. And then that led us backstage altercation with Becky and Sasha. And I love this. Like, Becky is breaking down. Hey, Sasha, do you realize if we win at Fastlane, they might look at us for WrestleMania? Because if we lose, we'll have a harder chance. Because that's an L in our stats. Sasha's like, you're right. We don't have to be friends, but I don't want to lose. Okay, I'll do it.
Christian spined all promos to give him like Bo Dallas.
They all should be like Bo Dallas, shouldn't they? But I mean, I found this kind of comical because it was just like Becky, in like the simplest way possible, was like, we need to win if we're going to be in this Mania Divas title match. So.
But she just said it with lots of extra words, like a good woman.
Sure.
And they're the opposite of Reigns and Ambrose right now. They're acknowledging they don't like each other, but they have to work together for the greater good.
Yeah. So, absolutely.
Will it work out or will it not?
We might find out this Sunday.
We might.
Perfect.
I want to use that more. Can we use that more during the show, Jimbo?
You have to say more evil
things. If it
things.
requires for it, yes.
Okay. Will we require it? That's going to be the theme of the rest of the show. Chris Jericho comes out to the ring ready to compete, even though he's just calling AJ out to get an answer, to give him his answer for the challenge AJ laid on him on Raw about one more match at Fastlane. But instead,
men can be indecisive too.
Well, you need time to think about it.
I mean, it's hard to say.
But like, here's my stupid nitpicking stuff, and I hate doing this.
No, you don't.
I do hate doing it, but I can't stop myself from doing
You
it.
love it.
I love it.
This is what it's like watching SmackDown with Christian Rosenberg.
If Jericho's coming out saying he needs to respond to AJ Styles, why is he in his wrestling gear? He's not scheduled to wrestle until Miz comes out and tells him, I requested a match with you. I wasn't even planning that, but that was absolutely right. So it's just like Jericho should have been in street clothes for that match if it was happening that second.
He should have had some pajama jeans on. So that he looked like he wasn't ready to wrestle, but could still wrestle when the time came.
Well, couldn't it be fair that if Miz had said that he requested the match and Jericho knew that match was slated, so he's just acknowledging, like, I wanted to wrestle you.
But Jericho never acknowledged that he knew about it. Miz just pretty much said, I requested it. We're going to wrestle right now.
Right. And he's also asking Miz to quit the business.
He did ask Miz to
So
quit
he's
the
kind
business.
of ignoring him and treating him like dirt.
That's true. That wasn't very nice asking him to quit. And the crowd said, yes, yes, yes.
How long till that dies down again?
It won't.
You don't think so?
The yes chance? Oh, no. Those will keep going.
If what remains, yes, will
Yeah,
remain.
what?
Yeah, what's not as
Good
bad
point.
as it was, though.
No, but it's
They
been
did it
around
to
for
AJ
10
Styles
plus
on Raw.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still there.
That was not fair. As I tweeted, an old joke of mine, I don't say what to AJ, I say go on.
And can we give Miz some credit?
All right.
Sure, like a teensy bit.
I love how
He
the
always
two of you
stops for me on the
we're-
red carpet.
We're quite hesitant with that.
I'll give him some cred.
Oh, he's been really good as
He's
of
been
late.
great this last month. Mm-hmm. With not just his promos, his reactions to the crowd, his matches both with Jericho and AJ have been stellar. I want them to use him and, let him win once in a while. I didn't expect him to win tonight against Jericho, but give him some type of matches or some type of feel where he could one-up his adversary. Just do it already, because his more aggressive style that he's been doing these last several weeks, I've really been enjoying. And he even got his moneymaker damaged by AJ.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going in at it on everything.
I mean, and it's the perfect guy for it to happen to, too.
Oh, yeah.
That the chauvinist movie star, that his teeth get smashed up.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect for AJ, it's perfect for Miz, it's just the perfect storm of stuff. I mean, I guess in my nitpicky realm, I think Miz should be
This is
more...
like watching SmackDown with Scott Narver.
This is what it's like when I watch SmackDown.
For those of you
Sitting there in
listening,
sad
he was
silence.
just...
Sitting there in sad silence. This pushes you to YouTube. You got to see it. That I feel like he should really be a dirty cheat. He should really use a lot more dirty tactics. He should be cheating every moment he can, thumbing a guy in the eye, going for the ropes, everything that he can, because as you say, the aggressiveness, it's nice to see that, but I feel he should be aggressively cheating more to be hated, and he's just not the guy. He's not big enough. He's not technical enough for all those things. He's very good at everything, but he's not the size of a Wyatt. He's not the size of Lesnar. He's not the technical prowess of Cesaro. So he needs something that makes him stand out from the rest, is what I feel. And that's
shtick?
just being a dirty, dirty cheat.
Well, how did
like that.
Ric Flair do it for all the years? He wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the fastest. He was the dirtiest player in the game. Mm-hmm. I mean, Miz...
He's very technically sound as well.
He is, but other than really, he didn't really show too much of it besides the figure four. Miz can use all that stuff. I mean, there was that thing way back about Ric Flair gave him the figure four, which thankfully Miz has stopped using because he couldn't do it right. But he could have done other things that Flair did and have it work from there. So, very good match. Walls of Jericho for the win. And then Jericho calls AJ out. AJ comes out. And Jericho pretty much says no to AJ because you're only as good as your last match. And the last time we wrestled, I won. So why do this again? AJ then said, there's no convincing you? Okay, well, how about this? And he beats the crap out of Jericho. And then Jericho says,
How do you like that?
yeah, now Jericho's like, yeah, now I'll wrestle you.
And took the mic, it looked like he was going to say something, and then threw it to Jericho.
Yeah, dude, that
I
was a
like
good
that too.
catch.
I liked it too. He beat him up, then tossed him the mic. All right, now talk again.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
Has anyone noticed that, when Daniel Bryan first came up from NXT, his first battle was against Chris Jericho, and then, a feud with The Miz over the U.S. title, and they're kind of doing the same thing with AJ?
Yeah,
Very true.
Oh, yeah.
that is true.
Jericho is the gatekeeper. If you...
Are you the key master?
Oh, if only. But no, Jericho's the guy that when you seemingly like he's, he tests you. He's the guy that if you can go and hang with him, the audience sees it. Obviously, Vince McMahon sees it, and he'll give his opinion, which I think means a lot. I think Jericho is the standard.
Yeah. I agree, and I'm thrilled that we will officially have at least one more match between these two.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are backstage, and Ambrose mentions how it's been a long week. I mean, he did lose his Intercontinental title on Raw, and he's been having some issues with the Authority and Lesnar, and some miscommunications with his brother. And Reigns was just like, all right, I'll see you out there. Oh, but by the way, don't try Dirty Deeds again. Just don't do it. Just try not to do it. Ambrose at that point then walked into Paul Heyman, who happened to be right by them. And Heyman mentions to Ambrose that Lesnar is here because apparently Dean Ambrose did not watch Raw or see any of the photos or any of the hype for this week's SmackDown about Brock Lesnar being there.
He's not a big social media guy. What can you say?
Yeah. I mean, he's traveling a lot, might not have time to,
right?
watch the network or anything.
Well, it'd be nice maybe if you found some nice lady that, knew the inside scoop about everything.
If only he was could hang out with a reporter more often.
Yeah,
I mean,
No?
Christy, what are you doing?
I'm not going to go up against Renee in that regard.
Oh,
I'll take her job.
Hey,
I'll take her job, but I won't take her man.
Rene Dupree is a reporter?
Hey, random fact about Rene Dupree.
Uh-oh.
Did you know Rene Dupree is the youngest person ever to hold WWE gold?
Really?
Is that right?
20 years old when he won the tag titles.
Oh, because Christian was 21. Mm-hmm. And he won the...
Rene Dupree is the youngest champion of any kind in WWE history, as far as males. Paige might have beat.
I think she was 21. I think she was 21.
But I know as far as males, Rene Dupree is the youngest ever. Mm-hmm. There's the more you know.
Isn't Kalisto like 12?
He just hasn't hit his growth spurt yet.
Did Conor the Crusher ever win gold?
No.
Didn't they give him like an honorary belt or something?
Well,
he beat Triple H.
He did pin Triple H in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, but Triple H wasn't champion at the time, so Conor... Oh, man.
Oh.
And you know what?
Maybe next time.
Conor should have
sorry.
been after those champions.
And you know what? Triple H was wearing a suit. I think Conor announced, is like, we're having a match right now. And Triple H wasn't ready.
Right.
And that's why he got the win.
Always bring your gear, Triple H.
Yep. To be like Jericho. Jericho's always ready. Well, Heyman tells him Lesnar's here, and he's angry at Ambrose. And Ambrose is like, oh no, I got to deal with the Dudleys, and Brock Lesnar's here. Paul, give me some advice on what I should do. And Paul's like, no. He's like, what am I gonna? I'm not gonna tell you anything. And Ambrose like, oh, well, then I'll just take care of it all myself, like I always do. Then he walked off, and that was that.
We have the chat roll going crazy, saying 19 years old. They're saying he was 19.
Dupree was not. I could have sworn he was 20, but he was 19, even younger.
Well, Google is at their fingertips.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Well, he was still the youngest. I was still right about that.
Yes, and Paige was 21, according to Tina Keys in the chat roll. So, I guess that's the case.
Yeah.
So even younger. So train up, children, to be the youngest champion and beat Rene Dupree.
You must go straight out of high school to the main roster. Skip NXT at 18.
Mm-hmm.
And get to that main roster. One day you will beat Rene Dupree's record.
Now go to bed. It's bedtime for you.
Get to bed and dream that you will one day beat Rene Dupree's record. JoJo's backstage with the New Day because the New Day has an epic title match this Sunday. Oh wait, no, they're not wrestling. But they are involved in the Cutting Edge / Peep Show. Edge and Christian will be here at Fastlane this Sunday, and they're going to be interviewing the New Day. That is going to be insanely entertaining.
I'm most excited for that.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Christian's one of my favorite guys of all time, and Edge and Christian are great.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's one of my top 5.
I'm in your top 5?
Oh.
He means the real Christian.
Which, well... Does the real Christian have shirts that say Rosenberg above hate?
Oh.
No.
I mean, my Twitter is at real Rosenberg.
Right, not at real Christian.
Mm-hmm.
No, because people get the wrong idea.
Yeah. with the last name of Rosenberg.
Yeah.
It is very conflicting. Christian Rosenberg.
It's true. It's true.
With you being Buddhist, so it's
Yeah,
all very
it's crazy. But go on.
You're so serene. Yeah, no, that they don't have to wrestle for that. That's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for the most entertaining tag team from, the Attitude Era, in my opinion, and then now the most entertaining group on TV, and just whatever they're going to do. It's like
I was going to say, what do you think they're going to lead it to? I mean, what would it result in?
There's got to be a point to it.
Well, I guess hyping the show. Obviously, Edge and Christian's new network show. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
And then, just more so establishing New Day with like what they did with Rock, and just making these great moments that solidify New Day as this wonderful, wonderful tag team.
Do you think they will plant any type of seeds for New Day's Mania match with this?
Could be. Someone comes out, they're trash talking somebody, or maybe they want to beat up Edge and Christian and someone comes for the save.
Oh, there we go.
Could be. I don't know.
Only time will tell.
Lost Matadores? I don't know.
Where have they been?
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to pitch a
Maybe they
show.
have the flu too.
Or do they?
Ooh.
Yes! 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 Why does that make me so happy? But yeah, so New Day's talking about how after their time on the Cutting Edge Peep Show, they're going to drive down the street and get themselves inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because they'll deserve it.
The chat roll is screaming about Enzo and Cass. Like everyone.
I don't know if they'll debut before Mania. I mean...
No, most of the dirt sheet reports do say the following Raw.
They're going to be up there, and they're going to be huge because I love Enzo and Cass to death. But yeah, I don't think it will happen before Mania. I don't think it will happen anything at Fastlane. But based on my prediction track record, I've certainly been wrong before. Where are we at now? Oh, there was a Geico ad with Charlotte.
Oh, that's Charlotte commercial.
When you do it with Flair, it's what you do.
You need insurance.
I'm just saying, probably be prepared for like 9 more of those. Like when you do it with ass, and then it's like Naomi's. It's like,
it's gonna
when
be...
you do it with a sparkly jacket, you're Jericho. Like there's gonna be a whole slew of these things.
When you're the best in the world, what you do, you're Chris Jericho. It's what you do.
But you need insurance.
But you need insurance.
They write themselves.
I mean, when you get your teeth knocked out, you're the Miz. It's what you do.
Exactly.
You need insurance.
I wouldn't have started with Flair's. Just set the precedent of, like, hey, if you're on Flair, you're going to need insurance. Things are dangerous.
And that led to Charlotte versus Natalya, and a Natalya sighting tonight.
Oh, I love it. I could watch those two take each other on, like, all day long. Like, I could watch, like, an 8-hour-long Natty Charlotte match. I love it.
That'd be a long match.
It would be a long match, but you know what? They could do it. And it would be good.
Yeah, because Charlotte has insurance.
Yes!
And she saved 15% on it by going to Geico. Remember, kids, when you break Renee Dupree's record, you want to make sure you're insured. Go to Geico. They are not sponsoring us at all, but they should be.
Yeah.
Because we're saying their name quite a bit in this show.
Insurance shows up right after Daniel Bryan retires.
Oh my God.
Sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
I just hope Progressive challenges Geico at WrestleMania.
Oh, there was a Kevin Owens one as well. I don't remember that.
I don't remember it either.
So they're doing the champions.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Stephanie says.
Again, a kind of match on the shorter side. Both Divas matches were on the shorter side tonight. Figure 8 for the win. Afterwards, Charlotte is mocking the yes chant, and that upsets Brie Bella. And she comes out, takes out Charlotte, and holds that Divas Championship up high. Could it be foreshadowing this Sunday?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. 100%.
I was waiting for the suspense music, but you just
No,
ruined
it's because
it.
it's not suspenseful. Because there is no way that this is not going to happen.
Well, we'll get to that in a couple minutes with our predictions.
All right.
I wanted to ask something because all I know of Total Divas of Brie Mode, came about when she was drunk, right?
Yeah, it totally means getting super wasted.
Yep.
And I'm surprised that they put it on shirts and everything. For a minute, it seemed like WWE was trying to change what it meant to the fans, her just doing the Brie Mode thing. But on Total Divas, and when she talks in interviews, she still talks about it as if it just means getting really drunk.
So is that what you associate every time she says it or the song comes on? That it's like, I'm wasted?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do too.
Primo, time to drink.
Yeah.
That's like a Stone Cold thing.
Yeah.
I wish Stone Cold would do Brie mode.
If Austin went Brie mode, that would be
Listen,
deadly.
if she actually went Brie mode in a match, that would be so entertaining. Because when she does it on Total Divas, it's good. I mean, there's like, she's like falling off things and like, you know, dress is short, the panties are out. Like, she gets crazy in a way that you would not expect.
She should do that more often on TV then.
Well, she won't be. Because she'll be gone real soon.
Well,
Really, really, really soon.
Big E mode. Maybe we'll have that.
Maybe. When they protect their booty with Geico.
Boy, you are looking for an endorsement deal.
I need it. By the way, people, my birthday's in 10 days, so like 10 days, like get a shirt would be an awesome birthday present.
And get it insured, will you please?
And get the shirt insured. You should. I mean, these shirts can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing up on Nikki. Oh my gosh, thank you, Claire. That is my favorite Total Divas moment of all time.
What?
Brie totally threw up on Nikki's boobs when they were on the Euro tour after a night of drinking with Paige. Those Sambuca shots.
Well, that's not a suspenseful thing. That actually happened.
Oh my God, I'd never heard of that.
I didn't either, and I do not want to see that.
I was gonna say you guys gotta YouTube it.
No,
It
I
is
don't.
One of the best
No,
things
I
that's
don't.
ever happened on reality TV.
I think that should be tweeted out to us so we can watch it later.
There you go, chat roll.
sure.
Get on it.
I'll pass. That is not attractive to me.
I'm
Call
not
me old-fashioned.
I'm not looking for it to be attractive. I'm looking for hilarity. I wasn't watching Stone Cold hitting Vince McMahon with a bedpan to get turned on.
You weren't?
No.
It just happened.
Yeah, just a side effect, you guys.
Anyway, now I think it was at this point there was that little recap video hyping the Wyatts versus Kane, Big Show, and Ryback for this Sunday.
Giant Lane.
Is that what it's called? Giant Lane? Is that what they're calling themselves?
Yeah, I think
They should be.
It should be. Giant Lane in the fast lane.
Giant Lane is taking over the fast lane. And that's like a car that should be on the right side of the road because it's not fast. Mm-hmm. And, you know, let the Wyatts go by. But they're just blocking them. Wow, I love this analogy I literally just came up with on the spot.
Somebody's gonna get road rage.
That's where Geico comes in.
That would be Flair. That would be Ric Flair, and then he'll be on the cutting edge peep show.
But speaking of Kane, I guess his brother has to do with this week's Believe That. So I'm gonna pass it over to Christy.
Woo-hoo.
And what is this week's Believe That?
Well, we've been talking a whole lot most weeks about who is going to be the Undertaker's matchmate. Is that a word that I just made up? At WrestleMania 32. So, you know, there was all that chit chat about Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens. Now the dirt sheets are saying that it will be someone who is not even on the current roster. Someone completely unexpected, not on the current roster. Can you guys believe that? Outlandish.
Not on the current WWE roster.
The scary thing is, I kind of can. Because, I mean, we've gone over Strowman. We've gone over Owens. We were thinking it would be Cena, but obviously he's hurt.
He's coming back.
He cannot. If he's back before WrestleMania, that would be inhuman. Especially since he got the same injury that Cesaro got like 2 months later. And if he comes back before Cesaro, what does that make Cesaro look like?
Well, it makes him look like a not as rich guy who can't afford as much like HGH and stuff.
Fair. That's wow. Moving on. Just keep playing that. But no, I mean, it could be an NXT person. It could be a legend coming out of retirement for like one night only.
That would be fun.
Could be like, you know, maybe this. Now they're saying this could be the Sting match that people wanted 3 years ago.
But he's on the current roster.
No, he's not. He's being inducted in the Hall of Fame. He's not a current wrestler.
On the website?
Is he on the website?
I would think he's on the current roster, yeah.
Oh,
Chat
someone
roll?
chat roll. Check and see if Sting is on the current WWE roster.
And make sure
Go to that fancy new website and check it out.
Yeah, look to see if his full body photo is awkward like everyone else's.
Yep. Yeah, just see if he's not under the alumni section or anything. See if he's on the current roster. But, I mean, at this point, we'll probably find out who it is the Raw after Fastlane. I mean, because they got to start hyping it up.
Right.
So it's just like, well, who else could it be?
Wow, there's some good guesses in the chat roll. Heidenreich.
Oh, and well,
New Jack.
God.
Great Khali. Goldberg. I don't know. I don't believe it, only from the standpoint of Undertaker, clearly a veteran, clearly has so much say in who he wants to work with. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine that in Texas, 100,000 people, so much on the line of being a main event attraction, that it's like, all right, well, just hopefully we find somebody.
Yeah, there's got to be something ready.
He's got to have some say in what it is. And maybe there are a couple legends that aren't around right now that just are eluding me. But as much as I would like to see like a Samoa Joe, I don't know if Undertaker has that much faith in that being a marquee match and delivering in the way that he wanted to be. I don't believe it.
Yeah, no disrespect to Joe or like Finn Balor or anyone in NXT, but yeah, I don't think that person versus Undertaker would hype it up for that type of match. Same way I didn't feel like it would be with Braun Strowman. Mm-hmm. Same way I didn't feel like it would be with Kevin Owens, believe it or not.
Right.
As much as I love Kevin Owens. So it's just like, well, who could it be?
Well, the chat room mentioned that this could have something to do with that award that's being given out on Raw.
Oh, the Vincent J. McMahon Award.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's how whoever it is reintroduced to us.
Maybe. Oh. That's a fair idea. I figured it was just going to be an award that they were going to give Triple H.
What legends could actually go, though?
That's the question.
That's the question.
Yeah.
And especially with Undertaker, because he's not a spring chicken anymore either.
He's not?
That's true.
Sting is on the current roster, according to the chat roll.
All right, so well, if that dirt sheet is accurate, then it ain't Sting.
And I will say the best answer that I've seen that I will edit, how they wrote it, is Emmanuel Dominguez saying Taker versus Kurt Angle.
Whoa, you didn't need to cut that off.
That's how shocking it was. It cut itself.
That one would make sense.
That one makes a lot of sense, and that would be great if that happens.
If that happens, that would fill the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going with that. Thank you, Emmanuel. I like that answer. I want that answer.
Sorry, Terry Funk. That's been said several times. That'd be cool too.
But you know what was really cool tonight? Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah.
R-Truth is backstage trying to apologize to his girl for her getting her dress stain on Raw thanks to Goldust.
And that was not his real wife, BTW.
What? But they looked so intimate, holding their hands up like
across the table.
Yes.
As well as shout-outs to Southern California indie wrestlers Big Duke, Mikey O'Shea, and Sasha Derevko hanging out at that restaurant lounge as well.
They were in the background, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because they were all legitimately just out for a good time, and R-Truth and Goldust happened to be there.
Wrestlers are so neurotic, only eating with each other, not with normal humans.
But Truth is on the phone. He gets off it, and Goldust is dressed up like. I really felt like people could make racial comments at this, but he was just a rhymes, and he spit a few good rhymes on it.
He did.
And R-Truth then rapped right back at him, and pretty much told him we're never going to be partners. It was hilarious.
Well, Christian, who has better rhymes, Skittle or what the hell was he calling himself?
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes, yeah.
I mean. It's tough. It's tough to say, but it's me. Will you find out? No noise. Okay.
Nope,
All
we're
right.
done.
Oh, well.
We've reached our threshold.
Yeah, we reached our
We'll have
quota.
to start paying for it.
I believe that.
But we got to get in the main event and then predict our matches because we don't have much time left.
Oh, wow, we really don't.
Main event: Reigns and Ambrose versus the Dudleys. Good hard hitting match. I love new evil Dudley boys.
Yeah.
They gave it to Ambrose and Reigns. This was like, a lot of people would think on paper, oh, Reigns and Ambrose will crush them because Reigns and Ambrose are in the main event. But they proved like, no, this is a legit tag team. There's a reason they call themselves the baddest tag team on the planet. And they brought it to them. Reigns eventually was getting ready for the spear. And then Lesnar's music hits. Out he comes. Melee. Match gets thrown out. Lesnar takes out both Ambrose and Reigns. And then there's a point where Reigns goes for the spear on Lesnar. Lesnar gets out of the way. Reigns doesn't spear Ambrose, but hits him just a little bit. Ambrose is offended by it, grabs Reigns, goes for the dirty deeds. Reigns then picks him up. Samoa drops him. And then Lesnar F5's Reigns. And Lesnar standing tall as we wrap up SmackDown heading into Fastlane.
Woo.
Yeah. Bad guy Dudley's better Dudley's.
Yes.
Agreed.
By far. And
Yes,
Brock's
we all
amazing.
agree with that.
It was good to see Brock finally back on SmackDown.
This is true. All right, so let's get into our predictions. This Sunday night is WWE Fastlane. I believe it's sponsored by Geico. And of course, we will have the AfterBuzz for you Sunday night as well. Kickoff match, Kalisto defending the United States title versus Alberto Del Rio in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Christy?
I'm going to say Del Rio's going to take it.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'm going to go Kalisto.
I am going Del Rio as well. And
then Kalisto's going to get buried again after all this.
no, I don't think that will happen.
I mean, I don't want that to
but
happen.
If I want to get like really, if I can get really cute in my prediction, I think Sin Cara is going to cost Kalisto the title. And Sin Cara turns heel about all the jealousy of Kalisto's success when he was hurt, and then we have Mask versus Mask at Mania. Boom! That worked.
I like it. I like it.
So if
I don't know if they
Sin Cara's-
have that much faith in Sin Cara, but I like it.
Well,
Well, they can always just replace him. It's very simple.
With someone who could do it?
I mean, there are a few of them.
Yeah, you take the mask off, somebody else finds it like, I'm Sin Cara now. The new doink.
Ryback walks out. I'm Sin Cara now.
Yes!
Oh.
We didn't see him on SmackDown again, but he did put big guy on his butt like I instructed.
Why on the butt?
He listened to
Well,
you.
because that was the biggest place for it.
Yeah, but if you're putting the big guy, why not put it on the front?
Oh, good point.
Divas Tag Team match. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks versus Naomi and Tamina. I'm going Becky and Sasha.
Yeah, we got to make them strong before WrestleMania.
I'm going Naomi and Tamina because they're the team.
That's true. That's
So
true.
I think you got to solidify the team if they're going to be teaming, and then you got the gals fighting, and then whatever happens from there.
All right. Intercontinental Championship, Kevin Owens defending against Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler's actually won a few matches over Owens over the last few weeks. Can he now win it now that Owens is the champion? No, Owens wins.
Owens.
Everyone says Owens.
Faux show.
The Wyatts, we don't know which 3 members of the Wyatts, will be going up against Ryback, Kane, and the Big Show in a 6-man tag team match. I'm saying Wyatts.
I go Wyatt's as well.
Yeah. I hate to not be unique, but yes, Wyatts.
I love it like it was just like the innocent smile. I'm sorry, Ryback. You're not going to win.
Well, he might not
I hurt
lose. You know, it might be
Yeah.
Big Show that's pinned. Mm-hmm. And Ryback was on the outside. Like, I could have been tagged and won the match.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Divas Championship. Charlotte defending against Brie Bella. Christy, I'm going to let you go first.
Yes, because let me tell you all out there what's going to happen. Brie Bella,
please.
is,
Please
is going to win this match, and then she's going to take the microphone either immediately or on the next night's Raw and retire, thus vacating the Divas title for WrestleMania. Boom. Dave Meltzer says she could retire as soon as Fastlane or WrestleMania, and that would just make so much sense. And I think the idea of having the Divas title up for grabs for anyone is kind of starting back to square one, which is what they need to do right now. They've scrapped the team thing. I think Sasha and Becky are going to win. That's going to be the last of like Team Bad, and this is going to be the beginning of a whole new direction for the Divas division.
Wow. So Dave Meltzer could be Divas champion?
No, because he hates women, so he
You
would
hate
never
Dave
do that.
Meltzer too, so I
Wow.
don't know why you even referenced him.
Wow.
Well, because he did say that, and sometimes he's right about stuff.
Okay, well, regardless of what Dave Meltzer says or not,
He's on a lot of HGH,
Yes,
I
yeah.
believe.
but he's over the age of 19, so he cannot be the youngest in history.
Sorry.
But, I mean,
But he does have insurance with Geico.
thank goodness.
Yeah.
But the tradition is, if you retire is you lose your last match. And you're kind of, in a way, kind of passing the torch thing.
Not when you're Daniel Bryan's wife, and he just had to retire after not being able to have a big last retirement match.
Oh, yeah, Charlotte wins.
Edge didn't lose his last match at WrestleMania.
But he was forced, he wasn't expecting it to be his last match.
AJ?
Big difference. AJ Styles,
No. AJ Lee.
or AJ Lee, she just quit on them. I mean, it wasn't her contract or retirement. She just quit.
Saying,
Good
maybe this is a new era.
Yeah, I say Charlotte wins.
I say Charlotte wins this too, but I totally see
I
that
understand. I
happening.
get what you're
She's so
saying.
gonna take
I
this.
get it.
I really, really think that she will.
It makes a lot of sense. Makes 100% sense.
The rubber match: AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho.
This is a tough one to call, I feel like.
I feel like this is not the end of it.
Right.
I feel like AJ is going to win, and I mean, I'm saying AJ wins, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's by DQ. Like, Jericho can't put him away and just gets himself disqualified because he's so angry at himself.
I'm going to AJ. AJ wins.
Christy?
AJ taps him out. I'm going that
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Intriguing.
Okay, I'm not so sure about that, but yeah. AJ.
Everyone says AJ. All right. And finally, the main event, triple threat match to determine who will face Triple H at WrestleMania for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. First off, tiebreaker question. How many F5s will we see in this match?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm saying 5.
I say 3.
Say 5 F5.
Jimbo says 3.
4.
4. Oh, 7.
That's a big jump.
12. 49.
Do you think we see a double stacked F5? Like he picks up Roman and then
I don't
picks
think
up
he can.
Dean
I don't think he can do
So
that.
cool.
He's a beast, dude. He could F5 the Big Show.
Brock, he just said you can't do something. So that's him right there.
Brock's
Christian
not coming back to
Rosenberg.
AfterBuzz TV for 12 years.
You get him.
It's all good, guys.
Get him, Brock.
It's all good, guys. I just signed up with Geico.
That won't cover you. They do not cover Brock.
They don't?
No.
Shoot. All right, but who's winning this match?
Everest.
Really?
Oh,
Going
he'd be
Ambrose.
my last pick.
He's been gunning for it so hard, like trying to make the most out of every segment. I think he's trying to take it, and I'm going Ambrose.
Reigns.
Yeah, definitely not Ambrose. But you think Reigns?
I think it's going to be
I
Reigns.
think that maybe Brock's got to go into WrestleMania with the title.
What about the Wyatts are going to screw Lesnar?
Well, yeah. I don't know. No. Yes. No.
Pick a name.
I'm being indecisive.
Oh, like guys, I mean,
Not Ambrose.
Okay, that leaves Lesnar and Reigns. Pick
All right,
one.
Lesnar.
Okay. He's going. So we all picked someone different.
yeah.
That's interesting. Did
One
we
of
get
us
an
will be
exact?
right.
There can only be one
Did we
winner.
get an exact tiebreaker from you, by the way? Which number? Because you
No,
said a lot of numbers.
I did. I'll say 4.
All right, so you'll match with Scott with that. All right, so those are our picks. You can chat with us about it on the YouTube page or on iTunes, or of course you can talk with us on the various forms of social media. Christy, how can people talk to you?
Well, they can hit me up at Christy Reports on Twitter and Instagram, and I would also love it if they would check out ChristyReports.com. I know I promised you some wrestling star interviews, but Gail Kim and Christy Hemme, who were really fantastic, I had like some audio issues and stuff, so I'm transcribing, so you'll get those interviews if you check that out, but they're coming soon, and it won't be video.
Okay.
No, I'm really upset about it.
I couldn't tell.
But they were fabulous.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Scott Narver.
You can follow me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks. You can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on iTunes and SoundCloud and YouTube.com/OnYourMarkShow. I heard the Backyard Pro Wrestling legend Marky Extreme had a run-in at a PWG show with Sami Callihan.
What?
Yeah, former NXT Sami Callihan. That
Solomon
footage
Crow.
is coming soon. Yeah. So that and a couple other people. I don't think you want to miss out. So subscribe now.
All right, and you can follow me on Twitter at Rosenberg, Instagram at Rosenberg. Yeah, my birthday's in 10 days, so an awesome present would be if you bought some of these awesome t-shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. And hey, Jimbo, plug your Twitter and whatnot.
My Twitter is at TheJimboSlice. That's TheeJimboslice. Check me out on the Lucha Underground after show. And I may have witnessed Mark E. Extreme deal with Sami Callihan and the craziness that happened. So definitely look forward for those videos.
Should we find out from you, or should we tune into the video?
Gotta tune in for the video.
Fair enough. And of course, for all your other
Can't wait.
AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. Enjoy Fastlane. For Christy, Olsen, Scott Narver, and Jimbo in the booth, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later with Geico.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.